vendors selling this floss-like candy on the streets of Singapore and Hong Kong. But when the candy lost its popularity, street vendors stopped selling it, and the art of making Dragon Beard candy, well, it kind of fell by the wayside.
That's right, but one woman at least has kept the tradition alive, and Travel News Asia Stefan Loh tracked her down when she made her appearance at the recent Singapore Food Festival.
It looks like a cocoon about 4 centimeters long and made of many fine moth threads spun around an inner filling of crushed nuts. It bears a regal name, Dragon Beard Candy. The story goes that 2,000 years ago, the imperial chef wanted to impress the Emperor of China with a new confection, and so Dragon Beard Candy was born. It got its name because its long silky strands resembled the beard of a dragon, the symbol of power and longevity. And it probably had something to do with the fact that when you bite into it, the sugar strands stick to your lips and you look like you've got a beard. In the past, the confection was reserved only for the emperor, and the recipe was a closely guarded secret. Few people knew how to make it, and today, that number is even smaller. 62-year-old Madame Lili Ho is one of the privileged few. She spent nearly 50 years perfecting the art, and to keep it alive, she's taught her younger cousin Roger the ropes. So before I get started on how to make the candy, maybe Roger can show me what are the ingredients needed?
Sure. For starters, we will need the honey malt. The honey malt is basically honey added to malt, and you put them into a pot and you heat them until it boils, and then you have to constantly stir them.
So how long do you have to keep stirring it for?
Well, about 6 hours.
6 hours. So after 6 hours, what happens?
After 6 hours, you remove all the airs from the air trap inside the pot, during the boiling process.
Why does the air affect the taste and the texture?
It will. It may even cause the dragon beard not to form, which is why you need constant stirring to get rid of the air.
What happens if there's air in the paste itself, in the mixture?
In the mixture, then probably we have to discard the whole thing.
Really so wasted?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
So you have to be careful during this baking process.
The malt is left to cool overnight until it becomes this paste. It's then shaped into a donut, and after that, it's repeatedly twirled and stretched. This process separates the sticky mess into long, fine threads. It sounds simple, but it isn't. At least not for a first-timer.
This one not nice, it's mixed. Same. Okay, cool down.
Apparently, it's not evenly distributed, so I've got to redo mine.
And then...
Okay. The making of Dragon Beard candy is a delicate job that requires nimble fingers. The finished beard is cut into small pieces and wrapped around a mixture of crushed peanuts. Each nugget must be eaten immediately, or it will melt and dissolve into a sticky mess. Besides Dragon Beard candy, the malt paste can be made into other sweets, like this one called Tintin Candy, and it's obvious how this sweet got its name. This is quite fun. So, hey Roger, what exactly is this candy made of?
Okay, basically this is hardened malt.
Okay.
Yeah, the preparation process of it is to actually boil the malt. After that, you leave it to cool down. Before it hardens, you have to scoop the malt up, and then we have to like spin it.
Okay.
Like weaving threads. Twirl it around a wooden rod or something like that, 2 wooden rod, or maybe a chopstick or such,
okay.
But very big chopsticks. And then you have to twirl until it hardens.
Okay.
When it's get to the almost the hardened state, we will put it inside a box.
Okay.
And then we will send the box to freeze.
Alright.
Yeah.
So the result is this hard paste, right?
Yeah, this block of hardened malt.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you will have your chisel and your metal rod.
Okay.
And with that, you will chisel off parts of this block of malt. Okay. And they will become thin candy.
So you don't hit it on the top.
No, you don't actually hit. You actually hit from the sides or the lower part of this chisel.
So I just simply wedge it in and
yes.
just hit up.
Good. Yeah. Congratulations.
Now the idea behind Tintin Candy is to make the pieces as small as possible. I'm going to try very quickly.
You should take the small piece, not the big piece.
Why?
You will know why.
Okay.
the thinning candy into your mouth.
Okay.
Yeah. So do you understand why?
It's very chewy.
Yes.
It's very sweet.
Yeah.
And
It has not reached.
you have to stick to your
Yeah.
teeth,
It has melt. It has melt in your mouth.
Talk about getting myself into a sticky situation. Dating candy uses hardened but molten malt, warm and gooey, and it can be eaten on its own as a sticky treat.
So Stefan, this is Mayatang malt candy. Yeah, the thing is, from a big pot of malt, molten malt, you
Yes.
have to scoop it up using 2 chopsticks and spin it around the chopstick. Yeah, you are quite ambitious. You are taking
You make it look so simple.
Yeah, so you just spin it around,
Okay.
and the strange thing about this malt candy is that the more spins you have to make of it, the more tasty it will be.
Once you're satisfied with the number of spins, you simply eat it. But the fun part is actually twirling the malt into funny shapes, like this snail shell, which is Madame Ho's speciality. Making these traditional sweets is akin to a theatrical performance. Come to think of it, I won't be stretching it too far to call street vendors who prepare these treats street artists. What's more, all these sweets have to be eaten immediately after preparation if you want that authentic flavor. Speaking of eating, it's time for the sweetest part of this experience, tasting. So, what do the experts think of my creations? What do you think?
How does that look like, Mom?
Very nice.
But the real thing is, Dragon Beard Candy is supposed to melt in your mouth. So the tracks have to be finer.
Well, it looks like I'm a long way from becoming a maker of fine dessert confections, but you know what they say, practice makes sweet perfection.
That was fun, yeah.
I've learned something new today, but now I mean, it's funny when you say you should have a small piece. You know why? Well, you'll find out why. I think there's a look of horror on his face for a moment there, right? When you realize
Literally, yeah.
I
But I
can't really
think
talk.
Stefan must have put on quite a few calories eating that sweet, the
just a
whole
little bit.
afternoon.
But it does, like you said, when we see people doing it, they make it look so easy. But when you get to doing it, it's not that easy. I mean, with this kind of stuff,
It's a laborious task.
yeah.
I mean, taking that lump of, sugar lump,
yeah, mainly sugar.
twirling it into fine threads. That's amazing.
Or Dragon Beard Candy, there you go. And that was Chinese Asian Stefan, that we're getting a taste of how to make some of those traditional Chinese candies, which is also known as a Dragon Whisker Candy, Dragon Whisker Sweet, Dragon Hair Candy, Dragon Moustache Sweet,
Because it's as fine as hair, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's where you get the names from. But that was great watching that behind the scenes of how to make the candy.
Well, on that note, we're going to wrap up.